Hey everyone, we are your YouTube teachers for today. I am Cari from Cari Cakes.
And I'm Sara from Hojusara. Last week we took a look at your K-culture videos, and this week we're going to look at your K-vlogs.
I'm excited and you should be too. Today we're going to teach you everything about editing, how to film, making thumbnails, and fancy titles.
Everything about how to be an online content creator. The rules for up and down are the same as last week.
We will pick a topic for each week and you guys will make videos based on those topics of the week, and then we will pick the best video. So while watching the video, if we see anything praiseworthy, we will put up the up sign.
And if there's anything that needs improvement, we'll put up the down sign. The video with the better score will win this week's up and down.
Now we will reveal the theme for today's episode.
K-vlog! We've received a lot of K-vlog videos from everyone asking to be on the show, and here are the highlights of those videos.
The healing streets I'll show you, for real. It's one basket.
재미입니다. 오늘은 제가 한국어로만 말하려고 해요.
그냥
너무
피곤해.
다음에 봐요.
Oi.
Olá, bom dia.
Amiga. Base.
¿Qué es lo que mi gente? Yo soy Melissa Cedeño. Un saludo, así que buen provecho. Videitos y les... Bye bye.
Thank you so much for sending in those videos.
They were really great, yay! And now we get to choose 2 videos to go head to head on up and down. So first up is the video that I chose. I picked Lovetana's vlog because I liked that it showed outside of Seoul and it had a lot of different elements. It was calming and fun, so let's watch.
I
like
yeah. It's right.
It's a really good shot. But I also think that for the intro, if she had let us know a little bit more about the resort, she just kind of said that it was 2 hours outside of Seoul, but that could be a lot of different ways.
I like the use of subtitles. I feel like that's such a plus these days.
And she's got a very calming voiceover voice.
Yes.
The unboxing is cute, showing the amenities.
I will say from a down point of view, I think you touched on this before, the audio is a little bit quiet.
Yeah.
Like they say people can put up with bad video, but you need to have good audio. So I think that's one thing that could be like a little bit better. You can boost it in post-production as well.
I also really like the use of the drone.
Yes.
That's really cool. Using a lot of different angles and stuff kind of helps people feel like they're more there. So
Such
yeah,
a
this was
beautiful
really
shot
cool.
too.
Yeah.
I do quite like the flow of it. I feel like she's not, lingering on anything too much. Like she's keeping things kind of moving. Sometimes with these kind of vlogs, people can really linger on certain things, and then exterior shots that go for 20 seconds, and it's like I feel like she's like cutting quite well.
I also like that she showed her reaction during kind of the time that she's there. A lot of this is voiceover, but
Yes.
I find that it's more engaging when you're feeling their reaction like real time.
Yes.
So that was cute, especially with her friends.
Yeah, it's kind of like mixed in with voiceover plus just kind of showing what she's got as well.
I love nature shots.
Yeah.
Trees.
Oh, look at that time lapse.
Yeah.
Up
time
for
lapse.
time lapse.
Up. I also like her use of emojis.
Yes. The font's very cute. I think the font's really cute. And surprisingly easy to read. Sometimes just a white font with no background can be a little bit difficult, but I haven't had any issues with this. Yeah.
I also am a sucker for POV shots like that one where she's in the rocking chair looking out.
That's a good idea. Write a note to myself.
I also like timestamps. The fact that she says it's 7 a.m., it kind of makes you feel like, oh, good morning with her sort
That's
of
a
thing.
good point. And you know it's a new day.
And especially when you're traveling and you are trying to plan like how much time you need in a place, sometimes putting a timestamp is really nice.
A really good
like,
idea,
woke up at 7, arrived at 10 kind of
Yeah,
thing.
true. So people can kind of like plan their trip with you.
We just skipped it, but also nature sounds in the background. When she was walking on that path, you can kind of hear the nature sounds, which is really nice.
Sunflower shot, top points for that.
This
That's
looks
gorgeous.
like a painting.
It does.
Yeah.
More food. Mother up. I'm gonna do another up. She puts a lot of effort into her setups. Like I quite like that. Like she, you know, you can tell she's placed the camera somewhere else and then gone and like sat back down and done that. Like,
but it doesn't look too staged.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah,
it's tasteful staging.
No, I like that.
Yeah. I think the background music could be louder if it's kind of on the border of like very, very quiet. So you kind of decide what you want to do.
I will say as well, for the food shots, I feel like she could kind of hold the camera a little bit more still, and then kind of focus in on one food and then cut from that to the next, because she kind of just goes like that, and it's good, but I think you can really get like a good shot on them and then cut it together. It takes a bit more time, but it'll look really nice if you do that.
Yeah, or her eating. We didn't see her actually eating. And then kind of up and down, up for putting in the bloopers, but I think kind of like what you were saying, that if she had put those bloopers within the vlog, it would have kind of helped with the energy, because that was like really fun and it kind of made you giggle. So like a 6-minute vlog of just calm, relaxing content might be a little hard, and but having like a little funny thing.
A little bit in the middle.
So we didn't have too many downs for this one. I thought it was really nice. Just a few stylistic changes, but overall, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it was really good, that one.
Yeah.
And next up, we have the video that I chose. So I actually picked this video because she's speaking Korean in it. My main channel is all me speaking Korean, and her little location is tagged as Dubai. So I think it's really cool that someone from overseas has made a vlog all in Korean. I thought that was very interesting.
For 24 hours.
Yeah, to her family, which I was like, I couldn't speak 24 like to my family. My dad would be like, what?
Yeah.
Let's go. I want to start off with an up straight away, because I love her little, what do you call that?
The border?
Yeah, the little...
Oh, but it's like animated.
Yeah, I think that's
so
really cute.
Yeah.
I think that's really cute, and I have no idea how to do it.
Yeah.
Also, another up for me is I really love her subtitle style. And then she puts the subtitles on it so you can see it really clearly. And her subtitles and the pop-up subtitles are very Korean style.
Yeah, I was gonna say that feels really Korean, but also really funny, like what her dad said and stuff. Really cute.
And it takes so long to do, so respect to her for like doing all these little pop-ups and little animations.
And it really keeps the watcher engaged.
Yeah, I
like
think
I'm not taking my eyes off the screen because I'm like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, and she changes fonts so many times that it's like, because in Korean sort of like TV shows they do that.
Yeah,
and
this
I'm like,
is really Korean style.
It takes a long time. Also, another up, I think the epitome of comedy is those color bars and just going like beep in the middle of stuff. So she gets points for that too.
Like the little goat sound too.
Yeah. Also, her Korean's actually quite good. When I started, my Korean was so bad in my videos. The one down so far, I will say, is that it is a little bit slow, the content of the vlog.
Yeah.
Because I know
especially this part.
Yeah, like you just have like a couple of seconds of that and then like move on, I feel.
And also, so far, there hasn't been a whole lot of talking to her family
yet,
kind of like the title. So I'd like to see a little bit more of like your family's reaction to speaking Korean.
Also, another down is that I think if she explained a little bit more what she was doing, it might be a bit better, because suddenly she was there with the cello, but I was like, where are you going with the cello? What's happening? So
just having a cello.
Yeah, just a cello time. So I think maybe having a little bit more of a flow could be good, because sometimes, you know, when you film, you kind of film something and then you forget to film something and then you film something else and then you're like, oh wait I didn't explain like how I've gone from here to here. And I think it's
continuity.
Yeah, continuity, that's the word.
I think that some of the subtitles, like randomly saying like back to work, it would have been cool if there was also Korean there.
Yes.
Because it's a little English Korean. Korean.
Yeah, I think you got to kind of like a bit more kind of continuity if it's going to be Korean subtitles for the rest of it. Yeah. I was also going to say, with the transitions, a little bit of an up and down for me. Some of the transitions, I quite like a random one. Like that one just popped up saying subscribe, like 구독해주세요, I think it said. But sometimes it's like a little bit too random. Like they kind of need to time up. There needs to be some kind of event and then it's like beep, like to cut the tension or something. And so I think sometimes if you had a bit more flow, then it wouldn't feel as kind of like stilted. Choppy, that's the word. Yeah. Oh, but she said she's not going to do the Korean again. No, do the Korean again.
Don't give up.
It's so good. Down. Do the Korean again.
Don't give up.
It's so good for improving your Korean, forcing yourself to practice like this, especially if you live overseas.
I really would have loved to see, like, this part's really cute, talking to your family, so maybe adding just more of that, since that's kind of what the title was.
Yes, yeah, because most of it was her kind of vlogging her day, I think. Also, I think just from a kind of visual perspective, a slight down is that it's very dark in the video. Even if you just turn your fluorescents off in the house and just get whatever natural lighting is coming in, it looks a lot nicer.
Yeah.
Overall, if she had done a little bit more talking to the family, like in the title, because sometimes people take a title because it's trending, but then the content doesn't quite match it.
Yeah.
Because they're speaking Korean for 24 hours is interesting enough as it is.
Yeah, I think like her energy, like up for her energy the whole time was really good, but I think that the content, it wasn't that it wasn't well thought out, but like it didn't seem to have, not a thesis statement, but like
a bit more of a story, I think.
Yeah.
Because it was like, because the making the bed could have been a bit more of a story,
yeah,
I think, like
that
with the
would've been
family.
funny.
Yeah.
But I thought that it was still really engaging.
Yeah, I loved it. And again, props for using Korean in a video because that's hard. And also, I really loved the subtitling, the pop-ups, the little animations. Those are really, really good. We've rounded up the scores. Now it's time to announce the winner. And the winner is...
Congratulations, we really loved your vlog. It was a great mix of relaxation, but a lot of fun. You used a lot of different angles, POV shots, and yeah, excellent job. Didn't have much bad things to say.
Very, very calming.
Yeah, great job.
Congratulations.
Yay! Now it's time to answer your questions. We will answer a few questions that you sent over to us.
Question number 1. What is the most important point in making a vlog? To kind of like separate one point is hard.
Yeah.
I would say, this might sound a bit silly, but just starting and finishing a whole video is the most important point. Because I know so many people that want to start vlogging and want to do this. They're like, oh, it's not perfect enough. Just finishing a video first is the most important thing. Just getting it done, even if it's not necessarily at the quality you want it to be. You can work on that with each video.
Yeah, and something that helps that is having kind of a storyline in your head already. Having like kind of a to-do list really helps with filming.
Pre-production, sort of like organizing it in your head at least, or writing it down is a lot more useful than people kind of think it is at first. Yeah.
Next up, what is the best equipment for filming a vlog? I think both of us, we film actually with our phones. It's one of the easiest ways to film. So if you're worried about starting a channel, if you have a camera phone,
you can start, specifically when you start out. A camera phone is more than enough, so you can get into the habit of making it, and then, you know, later when things start to do well, it's good to invest in a microphone.
Right.
Because people, you know, people love the sounds. It's good to, there's nothing more frustrating than not being able to hear properly what's going on. But it also depends on what you want to film. But for standard, I think a phone is more than enough. And then later on, you can invest in a camera and that sort of thing.
As you find your style, like do you want a more like wider lens or something like that?
Exactly.
It all depends on your style, which you can cultivate.
Right. And what you need the camera for. Yeah.
Exactly.
Question 3. Due to COVID-19, there have been restrictions on filming outdoors. What are some good vlog ideas that would work indoors? This is an interesting question because all my content until recently has been mainly outdoors. I love to go to restaurants and sort of tourism hotspots, right? Recently, I found myself doing more home vlogs because if I go out, there's almost a sort of anxiety that comes with going out, and a lot of people of my viewers now can't go out. So I've started doing cooking vlogs at home, you know, doing Korean ones, and I might show myself going out to buy the ingredients as a little outdoor component, but I've got my mask on and everything so that I can focus on too heavily. But I think, cooking vlogs at home, a lot of home deco, people are very interested in at the moment, which I love.
Yeah, I've also picked up painting.
Ooh.
I feel like we kind of left that behind like once we kind of graduated from school or something, but I've been doing a lot more arts and crafts, and it's actually really good for dealing with stress because this is a stressful time. And also your viewers can then paint and share it. It's kind of like it becomes a little art community, kind of like with your recipes. I'm sure people can make
sort of follow along.
Yeah.
I've seen that with journaling a lot as well. People have been getting into that as well.
I am not dedicated enough to journal.
I'm not very good either. I enjoy watching it though.
Yeah,
but I'm not
please
good
make
at it.
journaling videos. And last up is, do you think there is a vlog style that Koreans prefer what are the aspects?
I think Korean vlogs or vlogs that Koreans watch, I think fall into two specific categories. There is sort of the style with the heavy subtitle editing and the sound effects.
Comedy.
But then these days, the very calming style has got a massive sort of, it's just shot up in the recommendations and everything, where it's
Like
almost
no words,
just like
almost
little
ASMR, basically. Yeah.
And very beautifully filmed. If it's a cooking video, they take their time.
Slow life vlogs.
Yeah, slow life.
Yeah.
I love it. So I feel like that's almost like the two categories of Korean vlogs. A day in my life, but incredibly calming, or like a little bit hectic,
Yeah.
like a good chaotic. Yeah.
But also, I find that, especially with kind of travel vlogs, adding a lot of information. Like for me
Yes.
personally, as an American viewer, I'm okay to just kind of see pretty things. And if I do ever travel to that place, I can do more research myself. But a lot of Koreans are like, I want to know how to get there. I don't want to know the history behind it. I want to know what to do. So adding a lot of information as well is really great if you're doing more travel or food vlogs.
Yeah, true. I agree with that as well.
Yeah. So we've taken a look at your videos so far, but we have also made videos in the K-vlog category, and we're going to give you some model examples.
So now you can take a turn to see if our videos are good or not. So for my video, I picked one that I did a few months ago, which was when I went to Jeju Island, and I wanted to find Jeju Island is really famous for the black pig, so I wanted to find a really good barbecue for that. This video did a lot better than I thought it would, so I thought it was an interesting kind of example of things that you think it's gonna do okay, but it just kind of like takes off. So yeah, that's why I picked it. So when I edit, the first kind of like 15 to 20 seconds, I like to do like a little mini montage of what I think the really interesting bits are in the video, just to kind of like try and hook people in. Like this is, if you stick
Watch
around,
to the end,
this is what you get.
I also appreciate your humor.
But yeah, I always have the dual subs, which takes a long time, but my audience is kind of split Korean and English speakers now because of that. And so it kind of gains like a lot more opportunities than if you had just kind of picked one,
Right.
particularly living in Korea
Yeah.
and vlogging. Also, I tend to blur people's faces if they are very, very close to the camera, if you can tell they don't want to be on. So when I was filming that, one of the workers covered her face afterwards with a piece of paper. So I blurred it so she wasn't in like any of the shots.
Right.
But when we went up to the restaurant, we had our camera and we're like, did you mind if we film here? And they were like, that's fine. So we just wanted to check with them first because we didn't want to be kind of bothering people.
Right.
And I do love a good close-up of food.
I like that you also like subtitled the other people as well.
Oh.
That was nice, like the owner saying something or whatever.
I find it, thank you. I find it very interesting also what people kind of say as well. It's particularly owners because they know the most about, you know, when it comes to food or whatever, they know the most. So if they're happy to be on camera, I always think it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Also, I used to film alone a lot, but these days I'm very lucky to have a cameraman, so that's helped a lot. I do all the close-up food shots because I'm very picky about the close-up food shots, but then they film, so you get like a bit of a wider shot than
especially
my older
showing
ones.
like you and the food is quite nice.
Also, when it comes to equipment, I used to film on my phone exclusively. However, I got like a big camera like 4 years ago because that camera, the lens I've got is really good in dark light. And so these restaurants, it was super dark inside. It's 9:30 at night. And so the camera makes it look really bright because of the lens. Like you would not guess how dark it was by the quality. So I think in these sort of situations, I used to just film in the day to get the light, but now I've got a little bit more freedom. Oh, this is something else I quite like to do is I like to refer to old videos. And I put,
to get people to watch.
Yeah, because then I put like a little card up the top.
Right.
And then if people kind of see that snippet and like, oh, I like that, and they miss that video, they can go look at it. But it takes a little bit more time editing, but I think it's, you know, it's good that if people, you know, like that, they can go back to the old videos, and if not, they can get a little snippet of something else.
Yeah, and it kind of keeps the continuity of your trip.
I love dodge effects like this so much. I do cut out the music sometimes though, like just when I do the cooking close-up shots, sometimes I'll cut it so you can just hear like the sizzle. Yeah. But usually I pick one song and I have it run through the whole video because I think it's nice to keep the same feeling. Occasionally I'll change it up because I'm only in one place for most of my videos.
Right. Like I said with the other vlog, like the fact that this isn't a voiceover, like seeing the joy on your face while you're eating it is really wonderful.
And I like to show the receipt as well so people can get an idea of the price as well if I don't say it. So yeah, I like to run through the prices so people know, you know, if they want to go there or not.
Yeah.
Also, I will say in certain places like this, the lighting's not very nice. I don't look that great, but I think what I'm saying is more useful. Don't worry too much about what you look like if you're saying something worthwhile. And then I like to put the info in the description box if people actually want to kind of look it up. And then there's your cards.
Yay. So this is my vlog that I chose, and it was just a little day going for a little hike.
Ooh.
And actually I think this might be 2 days because I felt like there wasn't enough content. So we'll see.
Ooh.
I'm not sure, but
Ooh.
let's watch.
Okay, I have entered some kind of enchantment.
I also like to do like a kind of montage just to let you know what you're getting into. Yeah, it was
love animal
so
shots.
cute. Yeah.
Those are hard to get sometimes too. Like you gotta be looking. Duck!
I know. Yeah, there's a lot of nature in this one.
Oh, beautiful.
But I like a lot of POV shots. I try as hard as possible to let the people watching feel like they're right there with me at the same time. This is me just saying where we are, what we're about to do. We come here a lot on my channel. This is like my hiking spot, so I'm just catching people up with where we are.
I love the colors. Like, I feel like your videos always like have a very nice color palette.
Yeah, and also just because of the times, I make sure to explain why I am or am not wearing a mask.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, because in my one it was pre-corona,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
no mask, but now I think it is important to let people know.
If I'm editing and I notice like, oh, this is super weird, I'll add in my thoughts in a text
Oh, I like
thing,
that.
So
Just to kind of clear up any.
yeah, like why is she breathing so hard? I just walked up a bunch of stairs, that's why.
Me would be like super unfit.
And then a lot of people do use my videos to like actually come to these places, which is great. So I try and make sure like I show them exactly where to go.
Yes, that's a good point actually.
So don't go up the creepy road, follow the green one.
Because a lot of people do, they just, they take your videos
Yeah,
and they'll
I've
be
done
like,
that
they'll follow.
before.
Yeah, same.
I try to shoot from all angles to make you feel like you're kind of on the trail too. 99% of the time it's on my phone, and then I do have a like proper camera. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure this one was just my phone. And this is an example of like a blooper that could go in a relatively calm video, because I was walking and there was suddenly a rainstorm, like unexplained, just drenching. And I think that that helps you feel that you're there and it's just something funny that happened.
It's more human as well.
Yeah.
Like it used to the little bits that can happen. Yeah.
Here's an example, of depending on my mood, how I feel about people around me.
I mean, a ferocious stare will.
Yeah, but then she literally just turned and she was like, yep, boyo.
Aww.
Oh, thanks. I also really like to kind of gather the sounds in the background. I get a lot of feedback that people like that. Even if I do background music, they like to hear, like if I'm in a cafe, they like to hear the noises of people around me, or like when I'm walking the like water in the stream or something. So again, I try and show like an activity that you can do, but also like where you can eat or something like that. And then yeah, just for like continuity, I always say like, by the way guys, I'm going home or something, and then we start the next day. And yeah, just because I felt like the video wasn't fully rounded off, because I cut it off, I wasn't feeling well, so I cut it off a little early. The next day I went out and I did something that still kind of tied in. It's like a relaxing tea house.
Yeah.
Kind of goes along with like a relaxing hike.
Ooh.
So even though it's not in the same area.
That's a good point as well, where like sometimes if you film something and it's not exactly what you had thought, you can still usually save the footage.
Yeah.
Sometimes people, you know, want to kind of like throw it out and start again, but I'm like, you can usually still use that. And even if it's not the video you thought it would be, it can be something different or better. Or,
And kind of like your video when you said like you didn't think it was going to do as well as it did.
Yeah.
That always happens to me when I'm like, I think this vlog is a little bit boring. But a lot of people tend to say like, oh, I love those kinds of like a relaxing vlog, a this vlog. So you never really know.
No.
People can also picture themselves there. I think that's what a lot of people do with travel vlogs, is they're trying to picture themselves there.
Yes.
So giving them as much opportunity to like visualize themselves in that place is really great. I do occasionally do color correcting afterwards, but a lot of times the regular camera settings is totally fine. I rely a lot on natural sunlight. This is just my outro. I always try to end saying goodbye, saying thank you for joining me, because it does, like, I'm sure you feel this too, but when you're filming, it feels like you are filming like with the audience already there, even though you're editing it later. So yeah, I always just like, it's like a phone call. I always like to say bye.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much everyone for those amazing videos. You've all done so well, and we hope that you've learned something here from Up and Down. You guys are now well on your way to becoming K-influencers.
Thank you so much, and be sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.